Hey friends, so the first 3 episodes of the final season of The Bad Batch have arrived. Before I start, full spoilers here. My quick non-spoiler review is that these episodes are really great and I can't wait for the rest of the season. The Bad Batch has been gone from being a pretty good show to being one of the better shows out there, I think. Star Wars, at least. Now, spoilers beware going forward. I will not be refraining from details in the episode. So if you haven't watched it yet, don't watch this review until after you do. Unless you don't mind being spoiled. In that case, do what you want. You know, it's your choice. Doesn't matter to me. The first episode, Confined, kind of focuses on Omega's confinement to Mount Tantus, as the title says. I really enjoyed this episode. I will say right here, I think it was the right decision to do the premiere with the first 3 episodes together. This one does a really good job of setting up, as the title says, like I said already, her confinement, showing her day-to-day life there, setting up where Crosshair is, the mystery of Nala Se, continually disposing of Omega's blood samples. The story really benefited from being taken kind of slow. I really liked how it was paced. It kind of allowed the monotony to be shown and allowed the suspense to build to set up where these characters are and show the desperate situation they were in. I like how, everything seemed kind of calm on the surface. They don't seem to be in immediate danger at first glance, but just underneath the surface, there's that tension that, like with Nala Se and the blood samples, just that they could be in imminent danger at any moment if they're not careful. Yeah, an episode like this could, like I say, I'm not going to say it was slow, I'm going to say it was paced well. I was drawn into it, every second of it. Like I say, though, I have heard, however, that some people were a little bored by the opening episode and liked the second one better. I have to say, while I liked all 3, I think the second, Paths Unknown, probably the one that least grabbed me. Not that it didn't grab me. It kind of felt more like Mission of the Week episode, which isn't bad, but I'll be honest, there was a part of me that just wanted to get back to Mount Tantus and Omega and Crosshair and all that was going on there. I did find the young clones an interesting idea. It was great and very important to see what Wrecker and Hunter were up to. I liked the bit with the vines. That was pretty cool. The opening with the Deveronians and the Pike, that was neat. Like I say, I did really, really like this episode, just not as much as the other 2, maybe. The third episode, on the other hand, was probably my favorite of these 3. Again, the slow, suspenseful build was just so well handled here. The writing, the animation, the performances, the editing, it all worked together to just be fantastic. Those bits during the episode where it keeps getting back to I don't know what it's called, so I'm just going to call it the blood wheel. Kind of a classic countdown technique. A really good suspense builder. Really helped keep my eyes glued to the screen. Just this thing in the background that what is going to happen when that blood is registered on the thing, because she wasn't able to throw it away that time. Just what is going to happen. The suspense there as Omega and Crosshair try to escape. It's amazing how emotionally attached they can make you feel to these animated characters. You really end up caring about how everything turns out. I really like the relationship between Omega and Crosshair. I like that they escape together. It looks like they're probably going to be together for a few episodes at least. They're such opposites, it really works well. I think there's a lot of interesting dynamics they can play with there, and I suspect it will most likely, I hope, go towards completing Crosshair's redemption arc. It'll also be interesting to see Hunter and Wrecker's reaction to having Crosshair back, and the fact that Omega's with him. That'll be interesting. I don't really do speculation that much in my reviews typically, but I don't know if I can help it here. Palpatine, Project Necromancer. Come on, you gotta admit. I have to admit that I was kind of in the camp that theorized that this was too early in the timeline to start the whole Snoke Rise of Skywalker project. I wasn't sure if they would go there, but I think I was wrong. What else could it be? It's called Project Necromancer. Palpatine is saying it's of vital importance to the Empire. Now, I don't think that's the only thing that's going on here, and it's quite obvious that there's a connection to what they are doing here and what they are doing with Grogu in The Mandalorian. Makes me wonder if Grogu is going to appear in this series, Was he captured by them at some point? What happened to Grogu between Order 66 and The Mandalorian? That's a good question. Could be answered here. I don't know if it would be. This is the Bad Batch show. It's not The Mandalorian. I don't know if I'd want him to appear or not. I do fear if he did appear, he would like take away the focus from the other characters, and I don't want that. Yeah, I don't know. At one time I would have said no, he would never appear in these series, but after these episodes, the connection is so there, like I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I really enjoyed these episodes. I think it's a very strong start to the season, and I cannot wait for the next few episodes, for the rest of the season. I am sad this show is ending, but I'm glad it's getting a good, strong ending, and it's not just going to keep going on and on and on and then get canceled like some shows do before it's allowed to end. There is one bit of very, very, very irresponsible speculation I want to go with regarding Project Necromancer. So if Project Necromancer is going towards, Palpatine's return, Snoke, Rise of Skywalker stuff, But I was thinking, what if they need to test it? Like, what if their plan is, yes, revive Palpatine, but what if they need to test it on another dark side subject, another deceased dark side subject, to make sure it's going to work? And here's where the irresponsible speculation comes in. What if that's where Asajj Ventress comes into the show? I know what you're saying. Why would Palpatine authorize the resurrection of another dark side user for fear they might try to take over? I think he would, I think he knows that he would be able to handle Ventress. Between him and Vader, they would be able to handle Ventress easily. Well, not easily, but I think they could handle her. I don't know, it's just interesting. Like, what if that's how she comes back? I know that that's a far-fetched idea, and it's more likely to be, Night Sister magics and stuff. And I'm sure you could poke holes in that theory. Feel free to do that in the comments, by the way. I think it could be a fun discussion, but it's just something I thought of. It's a stretch, but it's just kind of a fun thought. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for this review. I'm sure I could say more, but I have no desire to make this a really long video. So, yeah, I'm going to end it there, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. Yeah, until next week's episode, bye for now. Talk to you later.